Well, I'm fairly certain I said at the end of the last video, which was section 4.5, that we would pick up with the next video in chapter 5. That was wrong. We're picking up R.6, which is synthetic division. And we're going to need that in chapter 5, so that's why we're going to go ahead and do it. So first, synthetic division is a shorthand way of doing long division. So let's remind ourselves about long division. Say I want to divide something like 12 into, I don't know, 2,527. So I take the 12 and the 12 is what we call the divisor. The dividend is what's underneath here. And when we get an answer, that's going to be what we call the quotient. Whoops, sorry. Quotient. So for those of you who it's been a really long time for, we look at the 12 and we look at the first digit of the dividend. 12 does not divide into 2, so we add the 5. 12 goes into 25 2 times. We multiply the 2 times the 12 and we get 24, and then we subtract those numbers. So 25 minus 24 is 1. Then we bring down the next digit, which happens to be a 2. Now, 12 divides into 12 once. We multiply that 1 times 12, which gives us 12, and we subtract, which gives us 0, and then we bring down the 7. And really, we can ignore the 0. We don't need to write it. Once we bring down the 7, 12 does not go into 7. So we write an R, which stands for remainder of 7. And since I put the remainder there, I need to move where my quotient is. So our quotient is 21, and our remainder is 7. We can do the exact same thing with a polynomial. We can divide one polynomial into another polynomial. So let's say I have x minus 4, and I want to divide that into x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 7. So this is just a tad bit more complicated, but not too bad. I look first at the x and the x cubed. And essentially in my head, I do this. I say, if I take x cubed and divide by x, what does that equal? Well, it equals x squared. So that means I'm going to put an x squared up here. And now I'm going to multiply. Well, multiplying x squared times x minus 4 means I really have to multiply the x squared by both things. So x squared times x squared is x cubed, and then x squared times negative 4 is minus 4x squared. Now, I am subtracting that whole parentheses of what I just multiplied. So that means I am distributing the negative. So x cubed minus x cubed, that's 0 x cubes, they're gone. Negative 2x squared minus a negative 4x squared is really like negative 2x squared plus 4x squared. So that is a 2x squared. Again, because we have to distribute that negative. Then, just like with regular long division, we bring the 5x down. X goes into 2x times. Then we multiply again, so 2x times x minus 4 gives us 2x squared minus 8x. And remember, we're subtracting that whole thing. So we end up with 13x. We bring the negative 7 down. X goes into 13x 13 times. Now we multiply. That gives us 13x minus 52. And remember, we're subtracting that whole piece. And so negative 7 plus 52, I think, is 45. So this one we get x minus 4 divided into x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 7 is x squared plus 2x plus 13 with a remainder of 45. So that's a reminder about long division. And in the next video, we will talk about synthetic division, which is, remember, a shortcut for polynomial long division.